your mic. Hello.
Yes, okay, no
All
problem.
right, all good,
Yep,
Okay,
yes.
so I think you'll be sharing your screen. Miss Ming Chong is
Yes.
from CBD Properties. Please give her a warm round of applause. All right, there's a reaction button at the bottom. Please give her a big thumbs up or clap. Thank you very much. Okay, Miss Ming, please take it away. Thank you. We are all
Okay.
excited.
Thank you so much, Kai. Thank you so much. Okay, now today our topic is opportunity and living in Seremban. Now, a lot of people know Seremban, but how much they really know about Seremban? So today, as a Seremban girl, I'm here to introduce to you all Seremban. Okay, okay. Now we start with some geographic class, Okay, so Negeri Sembilan is just here. Okay, and today we will focus on Seremban. Okay, Seremban and Nilai now is actually considered Bandar Raya. Okay, considered Bandar Raya. Okay, so we will be focusing on Seremban. Okay, so Seremban is just next to Selangor and KL lah, basically, and PD is just here. Okay, and Malacca is just here. Okay, okay. Now what happened is, every place we talk about accessibility. So how is the accessibility from KL to Seremban? Okay, the good thing is there are two highways that link Seremban to KL. One is actually the North South Highway, and the other one is actually the Lekas Highway. Okay, from Cheras, Kajang, that side. Okay, so we are very easily accessible by two important highway. Okay. Okay, now a lot of people say, when I say Seremban, they say, wow, Seremban very far away. Is it really that far away? How many of you actually visit Seremban before? If you have visited Seremban before, can you type 1? Okay, I can see many one. Staying near Seremban. Okay, okay, okay. Now, actually, frankly speaking, as a guest from Seremban to KL, how long does it take? Okay, from Seremban to KL. Okay, okay. It only actually takes 50 kilometer. Actually, from toll to toll is 40 plus. Actually, from Seremban toll to KL toll, it only takes less than 30 minutes to reach. Okay? Okay, now, KLIA. How long does it take from Seremban to go to KLIA? It's actually around 40 km. So it's about 25 minutes. Then we can reach KLIA already. Okay, now, if let's say you want to go to beach, how far is Port Texan from Seremban? It's about 30 kilometers only. So around 20 minutes, you can reach PD already, or 25 minutes. Okay, that's actually a highway to Port Texan. Okay, okay. Another attraction place, our heritage Malacca. How long does it take from Seremban? How far from Seremban to Malacca? It's actually about 85 kilometers. So from Seremban to, let's say, Alor Gajah Toll, it probably take about 1 hour, like 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so it's actually very near to each other. Okay, so it's easily accessible. We can say that in the morning, you can go Malacca. Then afternoon, you can actually, you can go Malacca to enjoy the heritage site. You can go for Nyonya food. Okay, then in the evening, you can come to PD to enjoy the beach and also have the seafood in PD. Okay, so that's how convenient is Seremban. Okay, okay. Now, in Seremban, how many? Okay, you see, from North South Highway, how many toll that can come into Seremban? Okay, Malacca got 2, right? Alor Gajah and Air Keroh. Now, Seremban, how many are there? Come, anybody know? Come, guess. 1, 2, 3. Okay, come, have a guess. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, 3. Okay, okay. Only North South Highway, there are actually 4. Okay, one is actually Bandar and Steel Toll. Only Seremban, Bandar and Steel Toll, Seremban Toll, PD Toll, and also Senawang Toll. So there are 4. 4 exit to Seremban. So it's very, very convenient. Okay. Now, so Seremban, actually, how many big developer actually came to Seremban to develop township? Okay. First, definitely is IJM. IJM started the big township Seremban 2, okay, 25, 26 years ago. Okay. So the area is about 4,000 acres, 4,000 to 4,000 plus now because they keep acquiring land. Okay. So it's about 4,000 plus acre land. So this is Seremban 2 and it's actually a matured township. Now, second developer is actually Matrix. Again, Matrix is also a listed company. Okay. So their develop is Bandar Sri Sendayan. Okay, Bandar Sri Sedayan, I think it's about 6,000 acre. Okay, so 1,000 industry land, and the rest are residential, and also they actually sell off to the aerospace for the what is that called? The one that relocate from Sungai Besi, okay, to Sendayan, the Air Force is about, I think, about 750 acres in Sendayan. Okay. Okay, the next one is actually Simdabi. Simdabi actually developed the township, Banda, and still, okay? But it's still at the early stage, I would say, still at the early stage. And the next one is actually OSK. Okay, they actually developed the township of Iringan Bayu. Okay, so there are 4 big developer, and the other developer is actually developed in the old township. On the right hand side is actually the old township. On the right hand side is actually the old township, and the left hand side is actually those new development. Okay, so that developer is actually Forest Height. They develop Forest Height actually by UEM and also MCL land. Okay, okay. So there must be a reason, right, why there are so many big developer actually came to Seremban to develop township. I think one of the reason is definitely because they are having difficulty to get such a big piece of land in Kuala Lumpur or Selangor or Klang Valley or Shah Alam, okay? And they find that the other reason is also because Seremban in terms of location-wise is actually very near to KL. So that's the reason why they also see a prospect, a future. So that's the reason why they come to Seremban to develop. Okay. Okay. Now, what property Seremban have? A lot of people still think, oh, Seremban probably all sell affordable house. Oh. You all have that perception or not? Seremban only sell affordable houses. Okay. If you think Seremban only sell affordable houses, can you type 1? Okay, because I think many people haven't really come to look around in Seremban. Okay, now Seremban basically got a variety of product from affordable until very high-end property type. One is actually like apartment type, executive apartment. Okay, so the range probably is about 270 to 330K. Okay, second one is actually a single story terrace house. The price range about 300 to 350K. So those are the price range that I'm quoted for current available project price. Okay. Okay. The other one is a double story link house. Okay. The double story link house, the price range can be from 400 to 720K. 400, we can say more affordable type. 700, 600 plus to 700 is those like more premium type of super link house. Okay. Okay, the next one is actually a single story semi-D. I think, is it easy to get single story semi-D or single story house in KL? Okay, because I'm not so familiar compared to you all. Is there a lot of single story house or single story semi-D in KL? If can easily get, you can type 1. No single semi-D in KL. Oh, okay. 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 Got, but not plenty lah. Okay, understand. Okay, good. So they can come to Seremban to have a look. Huh? Okay. Okay, so the single story semi-D, basically the price range is actually about 490K to 500 plus. Okay. Okay, the next one is actually double story semi-D. Okay, double story semi-D current project that available is between like 500 plus to 600 plus. Okay, they are also a nicer one, a million plus as well. Okay, and the next one is double story bungalow. Okay, bungalow, we can have a price range of 1.4 million until 2.8 million. The 2.8 million one is really like very high-end exclusive bungalow, which is on top of the hill, and also they have their own clubhouse. Okay, and it's nested in 30 acres park as well. Okay, so in Seremban, basically you want a simple or until the premier house also Seremban is available. Okay. Okay. Now, a lot of people actually from our last few years, based on our experience, there are more and more KL people actually come to Seremban to buy property. Okay, so that's a few reasons why a lot of KL people actually moved down to Seremban. Okay, let me conclude a few. Yeah. Okay, the first one is actually they come, they work in KL but stay in Seremban. Okay, now just a survey lah. How long does it take for you to go to work from your house? Less than half an hour, can you type 1? If more than half an hour, less than 1 hour, you type 2. Okay? Less than half an hour. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay? Less than half an hour, less than 1 hour. Okay? Okay. Normally, that's pretty good. Many actually less than half an hour in KL. Those in KL actually go from your house to work is less than half an hour. That's pretty good. Okay. So, but a lot of friends also share with us that probably because we are property negotiator, because it's our own business, we can always escape the peak time. So we can go to work easily lah. I think for all of you, because most of you are property negotiator, right? I think for working class people, normally in the morning, they will probably take half an hour to 1 hour to go to work. Okay, for working class people lah, okay? Because I used to work in KL before as well. Okay, so I still remember it normally take me like 1 hour to go to work. Okay, so they find that if they go to work from KL, they also take half an hour to 1 hour. But if they move down to Seremban, it also takes them about 45 to 1 hour to go to work. So that's the reason why they find that why not I stay in Seremban, which I can actually use the same amount of money to buy a landed property. Okay. Okay. Second is people move down to Seremban because they want a better quality of life, more time and space. In terms of more time and space lah. Okay, this one I probably can do some sharing as well. I personally, what happened is previously when I worked in KL for 2 years, what happened is I actually work in the public accounting firm. So every time I work until about 8 to 9 o'clock. So when I reach home about 9 plus to 10 already. During the peak period, I actually work until 12 to 1 o'clock. So you can imagine. So after 2 years, I think it's enough lah. So I moved down to Seremban. I moved back to Seremban lah, moved back to my hometown. So I really find that there's so much more things that I can do when I move back to Seremban. Because what happened is, working hours start from 8:30. I can leave my house at 8:10. It take me 10 minutes to reach the office. So after work 6 o'clock, it take me 10 to 15 minutes to reach my house. So when I reach home, it's only like 6:20, 6:30. Then after dinner, I have plenty of time. So during that time, I even go for like do a part-time teaching during the night time, during that period of time. So therefore, I find that when people move down to Seremban, they actually have more free time. And even like during the weekend, they want to go for shopping, go for jogging or whatsoever. They only need to travel in a short period of time. They can actually reach the shopping complex, and they can actually probably drive like 5-10 minutes. They can go to park to exercise. Okay, so at least there's not much jam in Seremban compared to KL. Okay. So the third one is actually people came down to Seremban because they retired with more pension fund. Okay, this we actually come across quite a few of our customers do that as well. I still remember there's one particular customer. He actually sell off his double story corner for 1.8 million in KL. And then he actually bought a semi in Seremban too for 800 plus thousand. So he actually pocket 1 million retirement fund just by moving from KL to Seremban with more space, nice environment, and he can actually pocket extra 1 million retirement fund for himself. So I think is a very good choice. I think it's not easy for us to earn 1 million. Okay, so this is also one of the reasons why people actually move to Seremban. Okay. Okay, now a lot of people also commented, Seremban property price will increase or not? Like kampung area can increase or not? Okay, now I have done a study. Okay, prove that from the figures. Generally Seremban property actually increase about 5 to 10% per year. Now let me show you the example. The first one is a single story house. 22 years ago, it sold for about 70 to 80,000. But current market value, the transacted price is about 270 to 300K. So it's actually more than 280%. So your average is more than 10% per year. Now, second one is actually a single story semi-D is Seremban 2. 24 years ago when it launched, it's about 138,000 to 170,000, depends on the size. And current sub-sale value is about 540 to 600. So again, it's more than 250%. A double story semi-D, okay, Acacia, 15 years ago, about 360 to 380, now is about 1.1 million, 900 to 1.1 million. So again, about 150%. Sri Kakosa Bungalow, when it launched 18 years ago, is about 600 to 800,000. But now it's about 2 million to 2.7 million. So again, it's more than 200 appreciation, okay? Then the last one is actually a commercial in Seremban 2. The commercial last time, 12 to 13 years ago, when it launched, is about 400 to 600,000. But currently, the transacted price is about 1 to 1.45 million. Okay, so again, it's more than 150,000. So you can see that in average, is actually about 10% to above 10%. Okay, so this proves that Seremban property, there's a lot of appreciation value in future. Okay. Okay. Now today I would like to, out of so many product, today I would like to introduce to you a newly launched single story project by IGM. Okay. This IGM has not built any single story house since like, I think 10 years ago. Okay. Okay. And just launched right before the MCO, 60% sold. Okay. 60% sold. Okay. Okay. Now let me explain a little bit about this project. So it's actually a freehold title. The land size is about 40 acre, and it will complete in third quarter 2023. So it's a single story house, and total they have 304 units. Okay, so they have phase 1, phase 2. Okay, the bill is about 971 to 1,000 square feet, and the price is actually from about 323 and above. Okay. Okay, now first, I would say that this single story project, the location is very strategic. Okay, why I say so? One, because everything is about accessibility, right? Now, this is actually the site, okay? And it is only about 2 kilometers away from the NCU toll. And it's about 4 kilometers to the Seremban toll. So it's actually very near to each of the toll, okay? Second, it's actually near to all the amenities. Okay, you see. So in terms of hypermarket, okay, Tesco, Aeon, NSK, and Mydin, all this is between like 5 to 10 kilometers. I think 5 kilometers to 6 kilometers. Okay, and there's also a Palm Mall, a shopping complex. Okay, in terms of hospital, there's this KBJ Hospital and also the Columbia Asia Hospital. And in terms of the school, there's a Chinese school, 3 Chinese schools nearby, and there are also about 5 government schools around the area, okay, and also international school, okay. So especially for single story, certain retired people looking for retirement is easily accessible to all the medical needs, okay. So this is the actual site of this project. Okay, so on the left, you can see is actually the highway, the North South Highway. Okay, and on the right is another development is actually area called Galena. In between, there's a KTM track. Okay. Okay, so this is the actual site. So this is actually the CW project. So this is the highway, this is the KTM track, and there's this as a once Malay cemetery here. Okay. Okay. Now, if we talk about the layout, okay, one of the strength of this layout is that the ceiling height is 11 feet. As you know, the normal ceiling height is about like 9 to 10. This is actually 11 feet high. So the beauty of high ceiling is that you will feel more spacious and more airy as well. Okay. So basically the difference between 2060 and 2065 is that 2065, there's this 5 feet length at the back. Okay. Okay, but the intermediate build-out is the same. Okay, what makes the difference between the intermediate and also the corner? Intermediate, you can see that 2 bedroom is on the right-hand side and 1 bedroom on the left-hand side. But for corner unit, all the bedroom is actually at one side. So that's only the difference. Okay. Okay. Promotion package. This is something very interesting. Okay, basically, they provide a monthly payout of 500. That means 1 month after the bank drawdown, the next month, the developer will issue a 500 check every month to you until the VP. Okay. So if the loan margin can reach 90%, there's no down payment, no need to pay interest during construction as subsidized by developer. Okay. So in terms of rental, basic unit, I would say about 900 to 1,000. Fully furnished unit, probably you can go up to 1,002 to 1,004. Let me give you some benchmarking. Recently, we have this one of the completed project by OSK. Okay, the location is not as good. With the kitchen cabinet, be rented for 950 ringgit. So this location is so convenient and is accessible to all the amenities and also to the Instituto and also Seremban. We believe that 900 and 1,000 is possible for the basic unit. And fully furnished unit, depends how much you renovate, probably can go for 1,002 to 1,004. Okay. Okay, so based on a loan, 330,000, 90% loan, 35 years, the monthly installment is about 1,270. Okay. Okay. So somebody asked, why single story? Why need to buy single story? To me, one is scarcity. You see, in KL, it's very difficult to find single story. In Seremban, also not easy to get single story. The demand for single story is always there, but the supply is limited. The supply is limited. Okay. Like for IGM, this one I think is the third single story project they developed since 27 years ago. They come to build the Seremban township. Okay. So a lot of developers will not want to build single story because they find that double story is the margin is much more better. Okay. Second is strategic location for single story for this particular project. Okay, is near to proposed KTM station, because there's one proposed KTM station not far away within the SIMW project. Okay, so near to all the amenities and also the school and also the medical care. Okay, the last reason is affordable landed property. Now, because of the price range, more people are afford to buy single story properties. So that is a reason why even if you buy now, it's easier to sell in the future because people is afford to buy. Generally, if they are earning like 3,000, they can afford to buy a single story. Okay. Okay. And why buy now? Why need to consider now? Okay. House ownership campaign. Okay. Developer have to give minimum 10% rebate. Low interest rate. Okay. 3% only. I do a comparison. You remember 2019 December, before the MCO, before the COVID. I still remember when we calculate the installment to customer, that time is about 4.25%, you know. So for a 330,000 loan, the installment is 1,511. But now it's only 3%. And the installment is only 1,270. And you can see it's actually the monthly installment is about 200 plus less. So therefore, I say this is really a good time to look into property. Okay. The other thing is only because during this pandemic time, developer will build affordable houses with less profit margin. Because when the economy is good, they all go for premium products because they know that there's a demand, good demand for the premium product. Okay. And I also believe that the property prices will recover and appreciate again after all vaccination, okay, is done, the other countries. I read the article, they actually mentioned that actually beside Malaysia and India, these two countries, because we are still experiencing many COVID cases, and vaccination is not fully done, and not even like 30-40% done. Now, those countries, they actually give some study like US, UK, and Netherlands, Turkey, etc. The property price for the first quarter of 2021, the price actually increased from 4 to 10%. And Asia countries as well. All the Asia countries also increased, like Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines, just except Malaysia and India. So we believe that when the vaccination is done, the confidence is back, the economy will recover, and the property price will appreciate. Okay, so that's what I think lah. Yeah. Okay, so who is suitable? Who is our target market? First time house buyer. To me is 1,000 plus. Why rent if you can buy a rental property, right? Second, retiree. Some retired people, they want to cash out some pension fund, okay, retirement fund, okay, and it's easy access to medical care. So those are our target market as well. And thirdly is those who want to buy for invest lah, because there's no down payment, there's no need to pay interest because the developer subsidize you every month 500 ringgit, and you can actually enjoy the capital gain when the economic recovery after 2 years later when it's complete. Okay, so thank you very much. So this is my my sharing on the project and also Seremban. Okay, so let me stop the share so I can actually take in some question and answer. Okay. Okay. To me is there's actually opportunity that if you are a property negotiator, to me is because there are more KL people coming down to Seremban. So what happened is you may, as a property negotiator, if you think that you have prospect in KL, they are looking for landed property and they have limited budget, you can always recommend them to Seremban. Okay, you no need to come, you just refer them to us. Okay, so we will help you to take care of the customer. Okay. Okay, so anybody have any questions? Basically, the development for this single story, there are only 2 phases. Just phase 1 and phase 2, that's all. Only 2 phases. Total unit is about 304 units, that's all. So if not because of MCO, it would have sold quite fast already. How long is the distance to the toll? For this project, the distance is only from NCU toll, I think it's about like 2 km, probably like less than 10 minutes. If you come out from the NCU toll, I think less than 10 minutes, you can reach this site already. Okay, in terms of Seremban toll, probably take you about like 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, that's all. It's about 3-4 km, I would say. So it's pretty convenient, pretty convenient. Majority of the buyer from Negeri Sembilan. Actually, yes. I think currently those who actually bought, they are mainly local people, but some they work in outstation. Okay, so KL customer not a lot yet, because I think a lot of KL customer yet to explore Seremban and yet to explore their single story, nice single story with good location now in Seremban, and developed by a reputable developer like IJM. Any school nearby? Yes. basically there are quite a few nearby. I think it's about like within 10 minutes there, I think there are 2 Chinese school and 3 Chinese school nearby, like actually 3 Chinese school and about 4 to 5 government Malay school and 1 international school. So there are a lot of school nearby basically. Is this a gated guarded property? It's actually not considered a gated guarded property. The reason being next to the project, there's 1 government project. So the developer not able to do the fencing. Therefore, the resident association later on can decide to do a guarded with fencing if they want to. At this moment of time, not yet. Are there other big developer nearby selling single story, and if so, how much? Okay, basically we have 1 nearby Galina. That one is actually sub-sale, I would say sub-sale. Sub-sale for 2060 also sold for about 290 to 300K. Some 310. Okay, so it's more or less there already for the secondary market. No, it's not a leasehold property. It's actually a freehold property. It's a freehold property. Therefore, it's actually very valuable. Okay, for the nearest bungalow lot, I would say the bungalow lot is about 70, I would say 70 to 80. 70 to 80 per square feet for the bungalow land nearby. There's 1 nearby bungalow land, but not launched yet. But the developer telling us that even if they sell with the building, with the bungalow, sorry, it will at least 3 million plus for the bungalow. Yes, this is actually a freehold property. This is a freehold property. Currently 60% sold, 60% booked already. So because actually what happened is we only open out 1 phase, the other phase not open yet, but certain customer already start booking. Our existing phase still left probably about like 30%, I would say 30 to 40%. So still have good unit to choose, I would say. Like corner unit all taken. Corner unit all taken. Corner unit is about 460 to 70 to 530 with that range. So a lot of people actually looking at the corner unit as well. Any affordable double story by IJM beside this Aman? Yes. Basically, we actually have another project, actually fully sold, but now it's mainly because of the loan rejection. That particular location is also very good next to the toll as well, and walking distance to nearby shops. There's about near to like 100 shops nearby, walking distance, and you can walk to the hill for hiking as well. That location is fantastic. That one within 1 day, that time also within 1 day. So what happened is now currently, because there's some loan rejection, therefore there's vacancy. The price is about 2070 is about 490 plus. So if your customer looking for a double story, good location, that is something that we can recommend. End lot is about 20 to 30,000 difference from the intermediate units. So that's the reason why a lot of people take either intermediate or corner units. But some of the corner and lot also taken. How about Seremban living cost? I would say pretty, how should I put it? I would say the standard of living is actually low. In a way that we definitely have all the, like, okay, let's say in Seremban, many of the franchise actually open in Seremban as well. Okay, like you are talking about Japanese food, Korean food, Taiwanese food, Thai food, or you can find a very nice restaurant to have all these varieties. But the thing is, in terms of the pricing, I would say will be the same lah. But if let's say for normal local kind of like food court, it's actually not that bad lah. Like 5 ringgit, 6 ringgit lor. You can easily get a lunch for 5 to 6 ringgit lah, I would say. So in terms of Seremban, I would say the living cost is still so much more cheaper compared to KL lah. KL, I think because there are too many attraction, I would say, a nice restaurant that attract you to consume there lah. Therefore, you spend a lot. But in Seremban, you can save more. You can save more. For the site to Sungai Besito, how long would that take during morning rush hour? Actually, morning, frankly speaking, for like about 7 to 8, actually, from Seremban Toh and still Toh to Sungai Besito, it's actually that stretch actually not much jam, unless you are talking about like Monday, really, okay, you are talking about, let's say, Monday morning and also Sunday lah, there is a bit of jam, but it probably take like 45 to 1 hour, the most, from Toh to Toh. Okay, from Toh to Toh, if you are talking about the morning rush hour. Okay, actually the Sunday evening and the morning, Monday morning, the traffic is heavier. But other than that, normal time is not much jam. It still take you about 35 minutes to reach the Toh Sungai Besito. But after Sungai Besito, sometimes it's quite jam lah. That one is all depends. I still remember actually, we have some, previously I have some friends who actually stay in Seremban too. They actually easily take buses and also train to KL. For the bus in the morning, I was told every 15 minutes to 20 minutes, there's a bus to KL. And also train, I think it's about half an hour. Okay, every half an hour, there's a train to KL. And what happened is Seremban too, there's a benefit. Last time my customer, he told me in the morning, there are a few buses in Seremban too, go direct to KLCC. Okay. For retirement, beside of this project, any other suggestion in Seremban? Yes, definitely. You can, let's say if you want a bigger space, you can actually look for Semidi. Recently, we also have a Semidi project, which is, how should I put it? The price is actually very, very valuable. Can you imagine, single story, Semidi is only cost you about 400 plus to 520K. And the double story costs you about 580, 590 to 650. For a semi-D, if you want to look for retirement, I think that is a very good choice. That one come with a very, very nice wetland park, 22 acre. That project is actually developed by OSK. Okay, so if you are keen, you can always WhatsApp us, then we can furnish you with more information. Noodles 5 ringgit. Okay, yeah, noodles 5 ringgit. Yeah, Raja commute to, I believe Raja commute to Seremban very often. So Raja comment is that during the peak season, very, very peak rush hour, it take you 45 minutes, is it, Raja? Yeah, okay. So it take you about 45 minutes toe to toe lah. So not too bad, not too bad. I used to go to KL one time during Sunday. There's no jam. I go to city center, which hotel I cannot remember, Federal Hotel. It only take me, frankly speaking, from Seremban to, I think, Federal Hotel, 45 minutes only. That time no jam on Sunday. So actually it's really not that far from Seremban to KL. Yeah, depends on how fast you're able to drive. I don't drive really fast, probably 110. I drive about 110. So Seremban is like Florida, excellent place to retire. Yeah, Florida also got a very nice beach. Yeah, same lah. Seremban, like PD, got a very nice beach. Yes. Actually, frankly speaking, you come to Seremban. Actually, to me, Seremban in a way is very strategic in a way that is near to KL and also near to KLIA airport. And what happened is there's a lot of industrial that actually developed in Seremban as well. As what Dato mentioned earlier as well, there are actually more and more big developer actually set out factory in Seremban. Like in Sendayan, like big factory like Hino, Daihatsu, Ashi, all this, they actually set up big factory in Seremban, Senayan industry land. Those factory probably like 30 to 50 acres. They are really big factory. Okay. Yeah, I have people from Singapore coming back next month. They want Nilai or Seremban Samidi. Oh, that's good. That's good. I would say if you ask me between Nilai and Seremban Samidi, I mean, for me, I sincerely think that Nilai in a way, so far I don't see a very well-planned residential area in Nilai. So what happened is it only like pocket development. Like here got a bit, there got a bit, you know. So they are not so organized and not so well-planned to me for Nilai. And Nilai is surrounded by a lot of factory around the area. But Seremban to me is like, you look at those big developers who come into Seremban, they all build township. So you can see that the township, it's like well planned and also going into matured stage lah. Like Seremban 2 is considered matured lah. But Seremban like Ansteel by Simdabi and Matrix yet to mature, but they are going to that direction. Nilai, there's only one really started to develop a township is actually from Simdabi, Nilai Impian. Yeah, that's the only one. But in terms of living environment, I would say that Seremban is nicer lah. Seremban is really nice. Like Seremban 2, I personally like Seremban very much, especially Seremban 2. The reason is Seremban 2, they actually have two very big parks. One is about 15 acres, one is 30 acres. So it really has a lot of a place for you to exercise lah and relax lah, I would say. Majority buyer bought Seremban property for own sale or investment. Okay, it's all depends on which development, I would say. Like Seremban 2, majority of the customer, the buyer actually buy for own stay. I would say 50 to 60% buy for own stay. 20 to 30% buy for investment for Seremban 2. That's the reason why Seremban 2 property prices appreciation is much better. If you compare to the other developer like Senayan, a lot of investors, there are a lot of KL investor buy Senayan. So what happened is Senayan is in a way is not matured at this moment of time. So what happened is there's a lot of vacant houses in Senayan. So that is the thing. When too many people just buy for investment, nobody stay, then the property price will not appreciate. So that is the issue for Senayan. Okay, so it's all depends on which development you are talking about. Okay. Yeah. If I buy a double-story terrace in Seremban for investment, how much the rental can it be? Is a good rental market in Seremban? Okay, come. You'll be good. Let's have a guess. Okay, now, if let's say a Seremban apartment, less than 300K, fully furnished, okay, fully furnished, can you all have a guess? How much rental can we get? For an executive apartment less than 300K or 300K? About 3 bedrooms, 900 square feet, fully furnished, roughly how much you think can rent? Okay, come, just put in the figure. That's okay. It's perfectly okay. 700, 900, 1,000, 1,001. Okay, now let me 1,000. Okay, majority is like 900, 1,000, 1,001. Okay. To your surprise, I'll give you a figure to your surprise. We have this executive apartment. The first phase sell less than 300K. Second phase 300 plus lah. Fully furnished unit we rented for 1,800. Now MCO slightly reduced about 1,700 to 1,800. So considered not bad, right? Like KL, some of the apartment probably cost like 400,000-500,000, but sometimes the rental also not reach 2,000. Like I was told, like Cyberjaya, my friend bought one, I think 500 plus, only rented for 1,500. That's why she told me. So Seremban, frankly speaking, is no longer what you think about Seremban. Now, you see what happened is Seremban is actually next to Sendayan as well. So what happened is Sendayan, there are many big factory, high-tech factory there. So all the management people or engineer, they are not staying in Sendayan. They actually stay in Seremban too. They rented property in Seremban too. Because Seremban too, they can have everything there. All the hypermarket in Seremban too. But Sendayan, there's none hypermarket. You want to look for eatery, yeah? Let's say for Western food or like variety of food, you can't really get in Sendayan. But in Seremban too, they find all the convenience in Seremban too. That's the reason why there are many people who work in the factory in Sendayan, but they actually stay in Seremban too. That's the reason why Seremban too rental is actually considered quite good. Yes, it's demand and supply is correct. Yes. So basically, even for landed property, like recently we have, because we have this IMU in Seremban, right? Like recently, there's a huge demand for IMU student because they have a few intake every year. So September intake, we have a lot of inquiries. IMU students, they always rented property in Seremban too. And the property, let's say for a double story, currently double story fully furnished, rented for about 2,500. Oh, I don't think so. For Seremban, basically, I would say that it's a little bit different from Johor. I would say, okay, Seremban, what happened is, Seremban, the market for Seremban property is not only local, but also KL, actually, a lot of people from KL. And for Seremban, not only Seremban, Negeri Sembilan, from all the other area, they actually like to move to Seremban as well. So those people move to Seremban, that's a demand for that. Local Seremban people, there's a demand. And also a lot of KL people actually moving down to Seremban as well. So the demand is always there. And the development in Seremban, no matter how, is not so big or not so many compared to in Johor, I would say. And Johor is very much rely on Singaporean, I mean, for the business. And a lot of Johorian actually work in Singapore. Okay, so that's a different. But for us, is that's existing demand are there already. So it's actually very different. And we can even see that recently there are more KL people coming to Seremban. The reason being probably because now a lot of people work from home. So they really find that why should I stay in KL if I can stay in Seremban? So that's the reason why we can see that there's coming bigger and bigger demand for KL people to look for landed property in Seremban. So that is how I see based on my experience now. I don't see overhang in Seremban in future. Yes, I personally also don't really see that because you see, even for okay, let me give you some example. Like for iGEM project, if not because of during the COVID, previously all the non-Bumi unit, people queue out to buy one. No? Because for Seremban too, a lot of people buy either they upgrade from a single story to double story or double story to semi-D. Those local people, they actually want to upgrade. Second is actually they actually buy the children, the children when they want to buy property, they actually buy in Seremban too as well. So in terms of Seremban too, for a matured and well-planned township, the demand is always there. And even nowadays, not as fast as like people queue out 3 days, 4 days, they finish out. But eventually, non-Bumi unit is always not their problem to sell off. Okay, so currently, VCBD is the one of the two co-agent to market IGM products. So all the launching product, we are actually helping them to share with the public basically. So I sincerely hope that if any of you have a chance to come to Seremban to want to explore more, you're more than willing to actually contact me or contact my team so we can bring you around and show you around how is Seremban development?
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much for your wonderful briefing just now.
Thank
Very
you, Kai.
thorough, very clear. Accessibility is there. Most importantly, supply is not plenty lah. Huh? Supply
Yeah,
is not
not
plenty.
plenty.
So
Yes.
the property is quite unique lah. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you have I mean, of course, if all this pandemic is over already, you have your time to go down to Seremban to explore or even discuss more lah. Because I see a few people said that they have buyer. Mr. Manik say he had a buyer. Maybe you can contact Miss Chon directly. So
Yeah.
her phone number is also down there already lah. 0122717 0122271
Yes. You can call me, then I will show you around. Okay, show you around.
All right, so we got a fantastic host there lah. Okay, I'm quite excited also. So
So,
okay,
Kai, if you have time, you can also come to Seremban.
yes, we'll do. I normally go past there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you come over, like buy you lunch?
Can. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Tomorrow, as usual, at 3 p.m. again. This is our 20th session, and it was very nice. We finally got to talk about something that's outside of KL. Okay, so thanks so much for all your time. Thanks so much, Chong, for making your time and giving this briefing. We learned a lot from you, and we hope to see you further in the future.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Okay, bye.